One down. One more. Got him. Yeah. 2 down. Putting up my radar. And you, sir, are proponent in it. Yeah, that's another JDubb word of the day. Word of the day.
Propel? Hold on, what you say?
Proponent in it.
Oh,
wow.
come on.
Thank you.
Come Goku? Goku like that? Oh no! Oh my God, you caught me with that shit, but I hold it back on you. That was crazy. That was crazy. Stop the violence. Have some respect when you talk to people. And put some respect on LaForce's name, man. You get bitch. All right, I'm done. I'm out.
Oh, that was some BS. That was some BS. I swear there's a delay, but good kill. Really? You got combos just ready to go like that? Or was that a throw?
I choose to remain silent.
Okay. I am your host, JDubb, joined by...
Are you sure? JDubb? Is it JDubb? Huh?
Joined by the person you hear now.
Now I'm just a person, huh? I'm not a brother from another mother, huh? Look. You see how people start acting different when they hop off their platforms?
Well, it's sometimes a B with a B, I guess.
All right. So, it's MVP, NV Payton. Welcome to MAGA. It's about to go down.
What up? Oh man, it feels like an eternity since we've been here, man. Whew.
I think it has, to be honest with you. Like today, I felt like it was so far in the past that we actually did this, that, I woke up, I got my face together, what I'm saying? I put on some cologne, washed my ass, what I'm saying? Like, I really got my stuff together to the point where it's actually like I'm going to a special event.
See, and you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know if y'all heard this earlier, the earlier banter, but he's putting me to shame again. As you can see, this is our normal host screen. We normally do the videos on a host screen, but yes, we just came from a couple. Was it a couple or a few rousing games? Yeah, a few rousing games of Call of Duty on my Level 40 Unlocked channel, which you can find on YouTube and on Twitch. I believe there's links in the description on this page as well. We just we came from some L's, but we played like winners.
Hey, you ain't gotta tell them that.
We played like winners. We
okay. Clean it up.
Right, it was the team. It was definitely the team that let us down. So we were the winners on a losing team. So that don't make us losers. That makes us winners on a team of losers.
Yeah. Respect. Put some respect on our name. Right.
But speaking of respect on people's names, I know that we normally like to start out by jumping on to what topics we will be discussing. But you just gave me a brilliant segue into, let's put some respect on Mr. Dave Chappelle's name. And let's put some respect on the MAGA podcast, who, as if you watch our previous material, which you can check out right now, we definitely did a segment where we were saying we ride with Dave Chappelle. We felt we took the personal hit because we weren't all happy about it. We were like, because we paying for these subscriptions, we kind of want to watch your shit because it was great. But we stood behind you, and you got what you deserved. You got the respect put on your name. So,
yeah, we did give it hey, we're gonna give you like 6 months to a year. But then after that, I don't know, man. I need to give me some big Chappelle show in, man. But I'm glad to hear that he did get his just desserts. I don't know why I wanted to say that. Maybe I'm hungry.
Hey, but it's a lot of little old school sayings, old school bars, that involve like sweets and candies and desserts. Because when you just saying get us just desserts, I was just thinking he got his cake and he was able to eat it too. Even though the saying is you want your cake and eat it too, which makes absolute sense. Of course, if you got cake, you're going to want to eat it. You don't want to just take a picture of it and look at it. Even in the Instagram age and TikTok age, we still want to eat the cake.
Right.
I
definitely want to eat some cake.
I was about to say double entendre.
We gotta figure out a word, because you know what a pause means, right?
I know. And
so
that's
we need to figure a word.
Mean just female booty, or does it mean just booty?
Yes. Well, in my mind, because it's our podcast, so we can say whatever we want to say and stamp it as what it is. So in my mind, cake is female related.
Okay.
Now, maybe if it's pound cake, it might be a guy.
No, pound cake was because you pounded the cake. Sweet. You pounded.
Okay. So there you go. It's female related.
Okay. And you know what? I'm not going to use this as a hijack, because we are tangent off of whatever topics we were going to discuss today. But it's funny that we are going down this rabbit hole, because we were just on my channel, Level 40 Unlocked, and viewers of my channel know I have brought up this question before about slang and the term cake used for ass. Was Eddie Murphy in the movie Golden Child? I posed this question. Was he the originator of that slang back in the 80s when he was at the newspaper stand and he was making fun of the guy who was reading a dirty magazine called
Butt Pie? It's a sequel to a book written called Butt Cake.
Butt Cake. The sequel to Ass Pie. That was the first time I ever heard cake being referred to as booty. And then 20 years later, 2000 comes around, and now I'm hearing people referring to a thick chick as being caked up and caked out. So I just wanted to share that with the audience. So I don't want to go too far down that train of thought. We were originally just, saying hello to everybody, but Dave Chappelle getting respect on his name will segue us into our first topic of the day is content wars.
Okay. Content wars.
We've been dancing around this topic a lot with either DC versus Marvel, with Dave Chappelle, the discussion, even with our anime discussions with Arafuta being on Netflix, and with Wolverine.
Crunchyroll. I think we talked about Crunchyroll buying hold on, who?
Sony buying out
Crunchyroll
and Funimation. And as I said, Dave Chappelle is now on Netflix and back on HBO. His show is back on both services. And Netflix is possibly the biggest well-known, but HBO has gotten itself into this game pretty heavily and is throwing some huge body blows, which is going to bring MVP into the subject, because I know he definitely wants to talk about this, to the biggest body heavy blow that HBO has thrown in this war, which was the Mortal Kombat trailer.
First learned about this 7 years ago. On a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, they forced around unit in seconds. The target had superhuman abilities. It had the same marking you do, Cole. It's a birthmark.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole. It means you've been chosen.
Throughout history, different cultures all over the world reference a great tournament of champions. A dragon marking, I think, is an invitation to fight for something known as Mortal Kombat.
These are your champions.
Yes, oh yeah. That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Makes sense.
Kung Lao. All right. The fate of Earth is in our hands. No matter how many of my people we put in rows, you will not fail. Kill them.
I am Sub-Zero.
China wins. Define beauty.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation wasn't knocking nobody the fuck out in any realm. So is this a upgrade heavy punch? So
okay.
MVP.
One Punch Man. I don't know. One Punch. All right. Sorry.
I like how we synced up on that.
So I'm glad you asked that question because one, I saw the first Mortal Kombat, but if you would compare that Mortal Kombat to the first Dragon Ball Z, that shit was good. Like Mortal Kombat was good. You know what I mean? Like,
please let people know because you had me confused. You mean the Dragon Ball Z movie?
Yeah.
The live action one, not the
live action
Dragon
movie.
Ball Super they showed in theaters. Dragon Ball Broly. Yeah, not that.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Listeners, followers, like follow along. Listen, live action. We're talking live action, no anime, right? Mortal Kombat was actually pretty good. Like compared to the DBZ joint. Come on, man. So I would say
that radio
that when you talk about the new one, it definitely is an upgrade. But don't shit on the old one like it was like super trash because at least they had. I mean, of course, it's older and stuff like that, but it was like more like especially Scorpion when he was in the woods and he was like, "Get over it, come on, man." I was like, "Yes, give me some." Right?
I don't want to interrupt. I just want to make clarify a point. I definitely am agreeing with you as far as the first Mortal Kombat movie. That first Mortal Kombat movie actually proved that video game movies don't have to be trash because we had Super Mario Brothers and all a bunch of bullshit before that. That first Mortal Kombat movie, although the story was weak and everything, it was still hype. It was a good movie. It's a cult classic. When I said the last Mortal Kombat movie we had, Annihilation. That one, I believe, is booty and was nowhere near a hit that could even be considered in somebody's library to go up against, another major network. So I meant Annihilation, the one with Shao Kahn and Liu Kang turns into a dragon with the animalities and whatnot. Like that shit, yeah. I'm sorry, I can't forgive that one. But that's what I just want to clarify. I love the first one. I was talking about Mortal Kombat 2, the Annihilation, the sequel. That's
cool. So the new one, the trailer, I was like, I'm so happy because one, obviously, anything that's made in modern times to make it look like it's modern times, but it's actually like people with powers, Avengers, it's gonna be fucking awesome because it's easier to relate to it because it's like, yo, I'm pretty sure they probably got phones and shit in this actual this world that they created in Mortal Kombat for this movie. Like they were in the streets, like they got the Scorpion dude using actual tools that you can find in the real world, and he is crushing people with it and crushing people. And I'll let you speak to that some more a little bit, but overall, I think that trailer was super dope. Like the whole Sub-Zero being able to form swords. I love the fact that they're putting it because I don't believe he was doing that at the beginning. Like when you think about like the actual games, that sword formation didn't come into like a little bit later on because like his signature joint was the actually freezing you and then uppercutting you, right?
Facts. Speak on it, bro.
Best move ever, right?
Thank you.
Yo, it's crazy. I used to spam that, like, this is the days before, like, people like. I don't think people like to spam nowadays. Like, they still spam a little bit, but people was spamming real heavy back then because it's like, Mortal Kombat was like really hard to learn. So once you learned something, it was like, yo, you just do that move over and over and over and over again, right? But that trailer. Like even the way they set up everything, like just because it's only but so long, right? It gave me enough, like the dude playing Jax is the dude from Supergirl on CW.
I did not know that.
Yeah, the dude from like and he was a superhero that I forget, he was like a low level superhero, no shade. So I don't really remember the superhero's name, but he was a superhero. And now I'm like, oh, they got your boy. They got your boy playing Jax. Okay, cool. I'm like, where Liu Kang at? Liu Kang looked like Liu Kang in it, and I like the fact that they didn't center this around Liu Kang. Or at least the trailer. I don't know exactly the story. It looks like it's going to be centered more around like Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
I'm thinking that this character that they introduced, Cole or whatever, is probably who the story is going to be centered around. And me and you do have an opinion on who Cole might end up being. But yeah, I'm in agreement with you that that I'm glad it's not Liu Kang's story centered.
What's your boy name with the hat?
Oh, Kung Lao.
Kung Lao's in this. I was like, yes. I know. Of course, they have to have Sonya, but I was like, yo, Kung Lao's in this joint. I'm like, yo, okay. And then they got Kano, and Kano was doing
Kano, that motherfucker. Man, I hate Kano. Kano's a bitch made ass nigga.
No!
Tell us
how you really feel.
Edit it for discretion. But yeah, go ahead, sir.
The thing is, I don't recall because you got to think, and this is why I like the gaming and movie thing when it's done right, of course, because I believe that this is the first time they actually show Kano using the laser out of his eye, and that because you see it in the trailer, that progressed in the game. You know what I mean? Like
a lot of what they're doing is progression from their game. Like you said, the sword, Sub-Zero sword. I don't think that appeared into like Mortal Kombat 2 or 3. Like I know it definitely wasn't in number 1. And he did the ice wall. That's from one of his fatalities that he does. Or is it the fatal blow? See, I just not start playing. Man. I just not started playing Mortal Kombat 11 or the campaign on my other channel, Level 40 Unlocked. And the story I've been watching, I'm up to chapter 3. And when you said Sonya's name with the disappointment in your voice, I respect that because that's the same disappointment in my voice. I was saying just watching her character on screen and having to play as her in the first chapter. Never been my favorite.
So you picked up on that?
Yeah. Never been my favorite. Never been my favorite. But
her daughter though,
who?
You know who her daughter is, right?
Casey. Who? I mean, I ain't a fan of none of the blondes. Like, give me Katana. Melina used to be my truth on Mortal Kombat 3, I believe.
Melina with the mouth.
Melina with not as Bay. I'm talking about as fighter. I'm talking I wouldn't wifey up Melina.
Ew.
Basically from the 3 chapters of Mortal Kombat that I played, Jade is wife material. Jade is a bad joint.
She a baddie.
But Melina had them combos, had them sides, had them powers. Like she was the beast. But we are getting really deep into the trailer itself. But all in all, you haven't seen it. Is it a good trailer?
Oh yeah, it's fire trailer. And besides like it being like Mortal Kombat, I think the trailer was presented well, and that is going to be just remember I said that because the HBO and Netflix trailer, I have some things to say about that compared to the Mortal Kombat trailer. I think the Mortal Kombat trailer was perfect.
Okay. All right, perfect. I'm in agreement with you. After watching the trailer, I am excited about watching that movie.
That's why I say that's what I mean by perfect. Like if you're not hyped to watch the movie after watching the trailer, then it didn't do its job. All right, so I think if the trailer doesn't make you want to watch it, then it didn't do its job.
Absolutely.
If the trailer doesn't make you want to watch the movie, then it didn't do its job.
That leads us to the second part of the question. With that being the HBO Max trailer, because that's going to be premiering on its network, same time as theaters, April. In April, you got to confirm the date yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want to give incorrect information. And that being making you want to see it, is that something that you consider a really heavy punch to any HBO Max's competitors, such as Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hulu? You don't think that's a hard enough punch?
Nah, man. They like I'll tell you why. Maybe if I watched the trailer, If I had watched the trailer by itself, maybe, but I watched Netflix trailer, bruh. Nobody's touching them, dog. Nobody. I would smack someone in the mouth. I was smack. Dog.
Okay, no, we in disagreement on this.
I'll tell you why. I'm about to
Please
smack you in the mouth with my reasonings. First of all,
left block.
They had the people that's in the movies at their house doing the trailer. That's it. Nothing else needs to be said. I'm in my house doing the trailer, and they synced up everybody across the world saying the same thing, like because they made like little funny jokes, and people were saying like Holly Berry was like Jinx coat, like somebody thought of that. Like it's no way you can't just do that. They plan so
hold on. Can I ask a question just so I can make sure that I'm understanding you correctly? You're saying that Netflix did a better job, not with the content, but with the marketing, with them syncing that up and how they did the video.
I'm saying that you're watching a trailer and they did better with the trailer. Period. Whatever you think a trailer is supposed to do, like it doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter if it's not even marketing. It's the trailer. Whatever's in that clip for whatever amount of time, that is the trailer. Whatever's in there, I'm judging you off of that. So
what I'm asking is that trailer sold you on Netflix, or did it sell you on the movies that's coming out on Netflix?
It sold me on Netflix, which is the movies that's coming out. I'm ready for the movies. Like one, what's the joint with the superheroes, the two ladies?
Yeah, Thunder Force.
Yeah, Thunder Force. Like I don't remember the name. Like
that's
the
what
Rock.
That's called. Yeah,
the Rock. They got one. They got Leonardo DiCaprio. Like and then like The Wire. I mean, Off the Wire. That already came out with the black dude. All of that, I was like, and I even was watching. It was like, yo, I seen that. That was cool. Okay, I haven't seen that yet. Oh, they got a joint with the dude from Guardians and Galaxy, the big dude, Dex or whatever. Batista, yeah, that guy, man. I'm like, yo, I want to see that. They got a couple joints. That's what I'm saying. It's so much to unpack because that alone, like just the movie part of it, like the clips of the movie they showed was dope. They had the way they shot it was dope. The way they took the amount of movies they had was freaking dope. They had like a ton of movies in that one clip, and then having The Rock and his stars like Ryan Reynolds be like together, because I think that's like the flagship of the trailer. Like that's the big movie they want people to see. But then having people at home talking and like saying whatever they're saying, but not only that, they had jokes. They had jokes where they lined up certain things people were saying. I'm like, come on, man, and then even the way the Netflix logo, like it's like a rainbow thing and comes in, and then it's the end. And man, HBO. I watched HBO, at least the trailer that I seen, which I hope was not done by HBO. I pray to God it was not done by HBO. One, it was short. It was like it had the Godzilla. Like maybe that just was the wrong trailer I seen, bro. Because after I watched Netflix and then I seen the HBO joint, it was like there was no effort put into it. It was just like a compilation of the movies coming out. And you know what? Did HBO do a trailer where it had actual people in the trailer? Because if they didn't do that, then you're not touching Netflix. Get out of my face, bro.
Okay. Yo, it's time for me to counter punch. He's just gone for about a good. He didn't work my body. He didn't have me agreeing to him a couple of times. I felt my lips getting grazed by a couple smacks. He definitely did what he had to do. But see, the thing is, HBO is HB motherfucking O. It don't need to bring out its stars to sell its shows, its movies, its content. HBO has the movies. We started out this conversation talking about big movie that probably isn't the biggest movie, but it feels like the biggest movie, Mortal Kombat. Also, Godzilla versus King Kong was coming out on there. I already watched Tom and Jerry, and even though I'm not in that age range, That was highly entertaining. The story towards
Mm-hmm.
the end got a little, be what it be. But what I want to say is that Netflix, yes, I'm not shading either one of them. I'm really not, because
Hold on,
I
that's
have
it. Hold on. That's
no,
it.
no,
That's all
no,
you
no, no,
got
no.
for
I'm not.
HBO.
I'm not. No, I'm
You
not.
mentioned
I'm
it.
not.
Why you mentioning Netflix? Give me some more HBO. Like talk HBO up, please.
Oh, okay.
Some
Well,
more.
HBO doesn't have to sell itself
Okay.
on, the marketing techniques like that. They can just say, this is what we got coming out at the same time as theaters, exclusively on our network. And these aren't some original movies that just star maybe one or two people that you know about, but don't know nothing about the story, that don't know nothing about any of the characters. No, we got Justice League, the Snyder Cut coming out. The movie that everybody's been asking for, because as MVP said earlier, movies with superpowers are always cool. And he mentioned Marvel, but DC is still in the game, and DC is a very big part of HBO Max. Not to mention the stuff that they didn't show in the trailer. See, the trailers may sell, because HBO doesn't have the same trailer that Netflix does. Netflix spent a lot of money on one big trailer. HBO decided to break their stuff up into multiple trailers. So you got like as I said, Godzilla versus King Kong trailer. You got the Justice League trailer. You had a separate trailer for Tom and Jerry. You had a separate trailer for Mortal Kombat. You let me see, what else is HBO?
I got one thing to say to you.
Okay, what is that?
Oh, it's real amazing how you can take credit for other people's work. I'm talking to HBO, by the way.
Yeah, and that is what they do.
Oh, I'm so amazing that I could take some amazing stuff that someone else already made,
yes,
and just make it more amazing.
Yes, they don't have to market themselves anymore. They don't
congratulations.
They are HBO. They commercials used to just be their name. Just HBO on the screen was all they needed for their commercials. So no, they don't
Not
get
impressed.
all.
And we're talking about the trailers, by the way. Let's not change the subject. The trailers are all their own content, and HBO's trailers is content from other people that they redid.
Yeah. The HBO still, it may not be fair. I ain't saying it's fair, but it is it's a level of talent where I would say maybe Netflix will be lucky if 6 out of 10 of their original movies and stuff that they promoted, do well. That's 60%. HBO is shooting at an 80% clip with what they got. You're going to want to watch Mortal Kombat. You're going to want to watch the Jackson. I watched Tom and Jerry. I didn't even really want to watch it, but I was like, you know what the hell? We seem to be in a stalemate, a deadlock, because we are not convincing either one of each other of our points. We're just back and forth on this, and we have run a little low. So I'm thinking for my vote, I'm thinking that that HBO Max is kind of winning in the fight of.
No, but that's my thing. That's not what we had started off with. We said the trailers. We're not even talking about who's winning yet.
Well,
we're talking about
trailers,
the trailers
represented what they have coming up. So
you're saying that trailer won against Netflix trailer is what my question is.
Okay, now, see, for me, that's a complicated question. So I'm gonna give a complicated answer. For me, Netflix put together a better trailer. Everything that MVP pointed out.
Wonderful.
It's a complicated answer. Everything that MVP,
you can finish it off. But
everything that MVP pointed out about the originality of them having the actors and the stars introduce the movies and continue the conversations and do the zoom in, that was brand new. We have never seen anything like it. So, like I say, I'm not going to deny somebody their flowers.
The key word of the day, key phrase actually, we have never seen anything like it.
Yes.
And that's why they're winning. Yes,
absolutely. I will say that was an amazing trailer. And that's why I said the marketing production of it, the grab the audience to make people want to see what's on Netflix. It did its job. As the MVP said about Mortal Kombat, if it makes you want to see the movie, it did its job. And that is what Netflix did. It brought me attention to. That's what that trailer brought attention to. Brought attention to the network Netflix plumbing. But it was not too many movies in that trailer. that I was like, oh, I can't wait to see this, or I really want to see that. Like, even though they had the big stars, some of those stars were in movies that I just wouldn't watch. So, like, a lot of what they were showing me, I was like, oh, I like how y'all formatting this. I like how you presenting this to me, but what you're presenting to me, the content, the meat of the bones of it, I want to send the steak back. It's a little sour. Some of it, some of these bites of this meal that you're presenting to me don't taste as good as they look. As with HBO, the majority of the stuff that they presented to me, the stuff that they announced that is going to be coming out on HBO Max and every Friday premiere or whatever, I was like, I want to see this. I can't wait for this to resume. This is what I want. So that's why I say yes. It's a complicated answer. Netflix definitely did its job by giving me something. Like I said, I've never seen anything like that where you got movie stars. I really was impressed. I was like, oh, Netflix ain't playing no games. They spending that guap. They got The Rock. They got motherfucking Academy Award winning and Oscar winning and Tony winning actors doing commercials for their networks. You don't see that. you don't see that.
This is coming from what you said. They started off just selling other people's movies.
You're absolutely right. They are the come up kid. They are.
Yes, and I'm always for the underdog, because I feel like I'm an underdog. You know what I mean? In certain things that I know, ventures that I partake in. I don't know why I say it like that. So many
no.
But partake in adventures.
Yeah. Speak on that. Yeah, that's an interesting avenue. You feel like the underdog in what? At work and in life? What?
No, not at work. Beasting at work. But like, as far as podcasting, making content, making music and stuff like that, underdog, right? And the underdog is the people who like don't really like believe in that person is going to be able to be successful and win. Because nobody would have thought that Netflix would be where they at right now. And the only thing I would say is like, once you get to a level of success, you stay consistent. And Netflix has been staying consistent. Like, even if it's just like one movie that keeps them ahead of the game, they continue to put out movies that keep them ahead of the game.
So HBO Max has shown itself to be, in my eyes, a heavy enough puncher, because Netflix has been the king for a while. Let's not get it twisted. Netflix is wearing that crown heavy on his brow. But I think that HBO Max has been the strongest Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali level challenger to Netflix's crown.
Not till they have a catchphrase.
Netflix
and chill.
But nobody else. You beat me to the punch. But when's the last time has somebody used that now?
Netflix and chill? All the people talking about all the time.
I think it got overplayed. I think it's like Fleek. I think because that was hot for a while. I think Netflix and chill and Fleek have went the way of the dinosaur. I don't know. I don't know too many 18-year-old, 19-year-olds who speak the current, lingo these days.
And they still talking about it. Unless you're not chilling anymore.
Well, because we're all in COVID, so we're all technically Netflix and chilling. So I think Netflix and chill has lost its power, its originality.
Is anybody? Well, then okay, if they lost their power, who has taken that? Like, is anybody
and that
saying,
brings us.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is anybody saying
HBO Max and relax?
Oh, so you're gonna coin that? I don't know if I heard that one before.
Yeah, that's trademark.
HBO and relax.
MAGA HBO Max and relax or chillax.
HBO Max and relax. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see if it catches on.
Yeah. Remember, you heard it here first.
Because like I'll be in group chats and I'd be like, they be like, yo, what y'all watching on Netflix? They don't be like, yo, what y'all watching on HBO?
Okay. I would give that point match on that one.
I don't know.
Although HBO
look at your fish. You're fishing for something.
I'm not fishing. I just try to find the right verbiage for this. Sometimes the mental vocabulary is so expansive. It's sometimes you gotta pull the correct.
Hey, don't make a mistake, because we could get canceled, bro. Better say the right things.
You're absolutely right. I wasn't
See what
even
it-
thinking
no,
about the politically correct part of this. Yes,
Look.
good callback. He brought it back. He remixed it.
Yeah, I remixed a little bit, but you know, who cares? Ain't nobody.
But yeah,
What we doing
HBO
over
when
here.
Game of Thrones was doing its thing for 8 years plus, when Sopranos was doing its thing for all those years, like HBO is still the channel that you talk about. So it had that
But
built
no,
in already. No,
it
I'm
was-
just saying it had that built in already on top of this now HBO Max. Now people aren't saying, "Are you watching HBO Max?" But when Game of Thrones was active, HBO Go, HBO Now, and HBO Max. HBO Max came to life, I think, around season 6 or 7 of Game of Thrones. So people were still talking about HBO. They just weren't talking about HBO itself. They were talking about the shows on HBO. They were talking about the
make sure you get it right.
barbershop or
They're talking about the
Hard
shows.
Knocks. Yes.
Exactly.
And that's
They're
what I'm
not
saying.
talking
So
about HBO.
and that brings us back to the trailer. Everything in the trailer for HBO I wanted to see. Everything about the Netflix trailer made me take more interest in Netflix, the channel. But everything in the HBO trailer is something that I want to see. But HBO Max, it was like, yo, push that out the way. And I also want to speak on some more in our future episodes about, as Rick Ross and Jeezy has said in previous, the power of the Black Dollar. Black History Month. There was a lot of powerful Black content put out on Netflix and HBO. We had the Trial of Chicago 7. We had Judas and the Messiah, the Messiah and the Black Judas and the Messiah. Had rough to get that one out. It was just a lot of great, and not just historical stuff. We had brand new Black content. Amend on Netflix, hosted by Will Smith, was amazing. It was great to watch. So it's a lot of great African American content on both of these networks that's really pushing things up, and it's helping not just their viewership, but helping the culture in its own way. So is it for profit or is it for prosperity? That's something I want to discuss in the future. But with that being said, I, JDubb, want to thank you all for joining us here today on the Music, Anime, Game, and Analyst Show, aka the MAGA Podcast. I was joined here today by my
Mr.
brother
MVP,
from another mother.
Hayden.
There you go.
Yeah.
And until next time, don't forget to hit that like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe so you get those notifications. We'll see you again. Until then, I want to wish you all peace and prosperity.